that guy you see with his girlfriend, he's not having fun. Look at his face.
He's miserable.
Look at it. This motherfucker's in the camera.
Making me do this bullshit.
Big Sean, he just dropped his album, Better Me Than You. There was a whole debacle about it because it got leaked initially, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Prematurely leaked.
Yeah.
Then it goes from being prematurely leaked to him saying, okay, this is going to be the album date. Then he pushes back the album, right? Next thing you know, now people are putting music around certain people's releases. And so I'm like, all right, cool. You know, and I'm like a 50-50 Big Sean fan. Like either I love it or I'm just like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm kind of
Yeah. I was when he first came out with as.
Yeah, right. That's what I think of. I'm just like,
Yeah, and I hated his ad libs. Boy, I hated that shit. Like it was. I am a hater. I don't care. Everybody want to like each other. Everybody going to be cool with each other. Sometimes we just got to be real with what we like and what we don't like. And just because I hate it, don't mean you got to. So I'm not just telling everybody to go hate on Big Sean. Support that man. But that's just my viewpoint about it. So I didn't go into the album with expectations at all. I was just
to it.
Just listen. Yeah. I need something to listen to at work. I got 12 hours to kill. I hope there's an album I want to listen to.
Yeah.
The same week that dropped, Juicy J's jazz album dropped. Then
Still gotta check that one out.
it's decent, bro.
Yeah.
It's actually decent. And what I like about it is it shows Juicy J's sampling ear combined with like the fact that, in my opinion, he was never the best rapper. He was there for flair. He was there for like bravado, just saying some wild shit.
Like the Flavor Flav of the group. A little bit.
Yeah, kind of.
You know?
Yeah.
But he's got bars.
He's got bars, but it's like one-liners versus like you can have a whole Juicy J verse. He might not say that much.
What was it? They say Juicy J can't. What,
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm gonna have to plug it in.
Oh, no. You don't. Something about you don't like ratchet hoes. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So he dropped that album. Currency dropped the album, which is really fire. He drops like every fucking quarter though. Like,
Yeah, if Currency's dropping, I'm interested because that's not something that's coming out pretty frequently.
Yeah.
And he's usually. I immediately think of like Cushion Orange Juice, that kind of vibe. Back in that time.
Yeah. I think it's called The Tonight Show, I believe. Tonight Show Volume 2. I could be wrong. But regardless of the fact, Juicy J, Currency put out a great project, man. And it's nice because like I like to listen to it from beginning to end. I don't like go to like the feature that I want to listen to.
It's not how you listen to an album. It's start to finish. That's how they intended it. They laid it out for a reason. You go cherry picking stuff, and it's just you get the wrong vibe. I think I don't know.
Exactly.
You could get the wrong impression of an artist. I think if you just go and listen to one song
and if they're a single-driven artist,
right, that's what I'm getting at. It's like if you're just listening to singles, like, I don't think you're really getting the right impression.
Exactly. And Currency is not a single artist. Like he'll drop 5 music videos for every song he thinks is a single.
I can't even think of one like Currency single like. Off the top of my head, he's like a feature artist to me almost.
Yeah, hired gun. But he always has been that. Even when he was on Young Money, back in the day, like he did like random verses with all the legends. But I bring it all back to Big Sean in terms of like you promote this album, you do these interviews, you get on the internet, kind of start crying on the phone thing, like, getting emotional, like, this album, it means this to me. And, then he had a Charlemagne interview where he's talking about his life. He's talking about his mom who pushed him, his relationship with Kanye, all these different things. And I'm like, damn, he's doing press. Okay. He's doing all this press. He dropped a couple singles. Some of them fell flat because the first time he dropped his first single for the album, guess when that happened? When the Kendrick and Drake beef topped off.
Oh, see, no one even knew about it. Never even heard about it.
What song?
I didn't know about it.
I don't remember the name of the song.
Another thing that came out, but to that credit, $1 Million Baby came out then, and it was a huge hit. Oh, yeah. It came out right in the middle of that.
Damn, yeah. That's
it was
true.
A huge hit.
And Tommy Richmond came out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying.
We still don't know.
Good music will find its way, I think.
But do you think it's just good music, or do you think it's good marketing too?
Part that, of course, right? Of course, there's a marketing behind it, but I think like that song specifically, everyone's ears kind of perked up, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
It sounded like a summer smash. Mm-hmm. And then you got 700 people making TikToks about it. Yeah. Then their car, I don't like the bigger thing, baby. I do you wrong. I knew it was. I was like, what the fuck is this song?
I knew it was a hit when like older dudes at work were like, "Have you heard this?" I was like, "Yeah, like 3 weeks ago."
Yeah. No, it's weird. It's weird, man. So imagine having to fight all that. Your album gets prematurely leaked. Then you drop the album, and now people are saying flop. 18,000 sold. What is that?
That's nothing. That's how much it sold?
Between 18 and 20 something thousand. It didn't hit 50. And typically, Big Sean, from my understanding, when he was with Kanye and Good Music,
yeah. I was thinking 100,000.
So
that's what I would expect.
And don't quote me on the 18,000, y'all. Like I'm throwing it out there, and I say all that to say, it sucks that an artist can put so much, their heart, their soul, their story into an album, and people don't live with it, for one, like before they give their critiques and album sales, because it's all digital anyways. Yeah. 90% of you motherfuckers have not gone to a record store and purchased the album since you were in freaking high school or middle school. So stop playing, talking about, oh, this album's a flop because it only sold 18,000 units. How many times did you stream that motherfucker versus actually purchase it, if you purchased it at all? So I don't think that leads weight to the how good an album is versus how bad an album is. It doesn't, in my opinion, even if you don't have a single on there that's in every club and every party, if there's quality music on there, people are going to live with it because they want to live with it versus it be fed down their throats that this is the hot song. This is the hot song. Yeah. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. And now this is where my hate comes in. I did not save one song from that album. Mm-hmm. I listened to it all the way through. That's my whole thing, from start to finish. Whatever I like, I'll put it on a playlist. That album didn't have shit for me. But at the same time, maybe it wasn't meant for me. It seemed like a fatherhood album. Okay. Fatherhood, relationships. Yeah. That's all he talked about. Fatherhood, relationship with his wife or girlfriend, because they're not married. That's a whole nother thing that came up. Because they've been together for mad long. Him and Janae Aiko have been together for mad long. So imagine having all that, and your life went from good music to just now solo. He's an independent artist. You don't have the independent money, the marketing, all that stuff, and probably the producer relationships that you would have to make the smash.
But you're still a big artist, and so I guess you still have some draw, but not much. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah. The masses are, what have you done for me today? Mm-hmm. They're not, what have you done for me 5 years ago? Yeah. When I heard your single in the club and I loved that verse.
Right. That's why it's so like crazy to be a musician nowadays, and like there's such a fear of like being nothing tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I even get that. Like you can be such a splash in the pan and just here today, gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Or tonight,
yeah.
Yeah. 100,000 songs get uploaded every day to DSPs.
Unless you're at a Drake level where your music is just timeless. I'm not even going to say that it's timeless. It's just he's at that. He's past a Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like he's past an Elvis Presley. Mm-hmm. As far as star, like unless you're that, I just don't see that happening.
And granted, he came from a different era.
Yeah.
He was out in the blog era, in the mixtape era, when Lil Wayne was still on fire. Right. So you came behind one of the, I'm the illest rapper alive. You came behind that. Like what? That's like the best slingshot to the top I could ever imagine for an artist. And most artists don't make it past that because typically the guy that's bigger than them doesn't want them to be bigger than them. Right? But that is scary for me, man, because it's like I could put so much into this album that I'm working on now, and it could be gone. It could be here today, gone tonight. Yeah. Or resurfaces in a year and a half after, the right person puts it on their Instagram or TikTok or whatever the fuck social media will be using. A lot of
people get stuck and just don't end up doing anything.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, fuck, well, the possibilities, what could go wrong.
Have you ever heard of like the industry standard for making the artist blow up and how much that costs?
No.
So
I'm sure it's astronomical.
Industry standard to break a new artist is anywhere between $600,000 and $1 million.
I could see that. That sounds right.
$600,000 and $1 million to hope it works.
And that's just to get them in the door.
Out there.
Yeah.
Out there. Now, granted, industry labels, they get a check every year. Mm-hmm. They get an astronomical check every year and push that into the artist. And then whatever the artist recoups, they recoup it. Boom. Right? But that's if it works. There's a lot of artists that don't work. Mm-hmm. Like, either it's too cookie cutter and it looks too polished and nobody knows who that person is. There's no come up story. There's no underdog story. Like, that's why the whole industry plant thing is funny to me. Because I'm like, everybody's a plant. Some plants grow and some plants die.
In some way, man. Yeah, in some way or form, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to plant.
That's the whole sellout thing, right? You become a sellout and then you just become whatever the market wants.
Yeah, but if you don't sell at all.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm not pro industry plant or at all. Like, I think I'm missing the artists like the Wizzes do a day to day and they drop their, they're at this place and they're performing for a crowd of 10 people and it's, okay, you obviously weren't shit at one point in time. You might have had a couple little hits, but you weren't really known by the masses.
There's still people doing that type of stuff too, though.
There are, but they're not label pushed. Mm-hmm. And if they are label pushed, it's like some documentary type level shit.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, they're shooting it for something. Yeah, it's not just a YouTube vlog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It just makes me think about it. And I hope that there is some turnaround. I mean, obviously, he's doing all right in life, Big Sean, I'm speaking of. But it's just interesting to see how people tear down things so fast versus even try to live with it a little bit, And I wonder if that's because he's doing this whole approach of I'm at peace now. Maybe. Found out he was on Adderall for like a long time. Yeah. And I was like, what? That makes so much more sense now. The lyrical ass motherfucker. Of course. But yeah, he was talking about how he kicked that and like.
I think a lot of people would be surprised how many people are on Adderall out there.
How would you say percentage wise?
You want to have this conversation?
Yes. I had this conversation by myself in the car, just thinking about it. Like, damn, I know some of my managers at work be on Adderall.
Honestly, I'm gonna say functioning Adderall users on a day-to-day basis is probably 40%.
Really?
Of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Damn. That makes sense, though. Because they were prescribing kids Adderall when I was in high school.
Yeah.
We ain't got to get into that. Yeah. But, yeah, man, it just makes me wonder. I'm like, damn, that's it's not new, but it's one of those things, those stimulants that now I hear rappers talking about it. Like, Future mentioned Adderall at least 3 or 4 times in his last album. And I was just like, Adderall? Like, you was Mr. Codeine Cup. Like, now you doing the uppers and not the downers.
That's what it is like everyone saw Juice die, saw Peep die. So they're like, fuck the downers. Like, let's just do the uppers.
The uppers. But even the uppers, bro.
And when I say 40%, I'll say 40% of artists I know. Mm-hmm. Creatives.
Yeah.
40% of them, they're using stimulants in some way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a fact. And then They work. Get both cameras. I'm just saying they work, but it takes you to a point where you're just fried and like
you start disassociating more.
Yeah, you dissociate.
I can speak on my own experience because I don't mind doing that. I feel like the best podcasts are the ones where motherfuckers really feel like it's real, you know, and it's not posturing for that look, right? With me and certain substances, it's like regular, you know, and it's functioning. And I definitely like, I was raised around functioning addicts, you know. Rest in peace, my grandpa. He used to have shooters in the car and in his truck, pickup truck. First truck I learned how to drive in. And I didn't even know what that was. I just thought he just had a sip or something, you know, but he get his car, we get in it, we're going somewhere. We still in park. Next thing you know, he's on the road. And I'm like, oh, cool. Now, as I'm older,
you realize what that was.
I was like, whole time niggas was lit. What? This is nuts. And it's interesting because you don't really put it together how many people probably are functioning with their addictions or with their substances. And it's not to judge anybody. It's just to be aware of it. You know what I mean? Personally, like, you know, as long as you're not putting anybody in harm's way, you know, do what you do, but watch my shoes.
Yeah. Dude, I've said it before on the podcast. Like I started this podcast because of Adderall, and like I was coming off of Adderall. I'd been taking it for like a year maybe, every day, twice a day, and I think I needed something to do.
Oh, of course.
That's kind of like part of the reason, but I was coming off of Adderall, but. I mean, I think like the whole podcast, like I'd always wanted to do one, but it kind of sparked from an Adderall thought, obviously, you know, of like, fuck it, run with it.
Yeah,
you know?
Why not?
I don't know. I'm very like mixed feelings about Adderall and stimulants and that whole world. Like I'm very mixed on it. I feel like they have their use, they have their time and place, but it's. Man, every day it's just gonna fuck you up, just like any other drug would, or any other substance would. I guess, you know, it's all about moderation.
You know who's really big on Adderall? Comedians.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And then this one comedian was on the Danny Brown show, which I think we could totally get on that show at some point in time, putting it in the atmosphere. And he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, Adderall, I was taking it every day." And Danny was like, "Yeah, man, I was taking Adderall so much just because I was bored." And I was on the road and, you know, I'm doing this and doing that. And then we're doing shows, so you're exhausted. And he's like, but at some point, your brain just don't work the same. Like, you start, you know what I'm saying, just wilding out and kind of having episodes, right? And I was just like, damn, so we're introducing chemicals to our already probably chemical imbalanced brain. And then at some point in time, it goes up, then it has to come down.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. I would have this crazy mood swings. I'd be totally just gas pedal, go, and then just dead.
Yeah.
I don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
I'm staying home today.
Oh yeah, that
type shit.
Oh my god, yeah. The come down is terrible, and I you know, for me, I was younger, experiencing like substances. Like I was in high school, and like I said, people were prescribed on Adderall, but I wasn't really on that. I didn't even know what a bar was, bro. When I first heard what a school bus was, I was like, what? That's what you call a school bus? Like, that's weird. And I'm like, and it's a date raid drug? Not for me. So for the longest time, it was just weed, mushrooms, acid a couple times. And I wasn't even an alcoholic like that. It was mainly just smoking. And then eventually later on down the road, in my fucking 30s, try Adderall for the first time, and it's like, whoa.
That's crazy. When you were in your 30s was the first time?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But, like you said the other day, you're like, you don't need it, dude. Like, you know, some people be thinking I'm on shit when I'm like...
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Regular.
We're already so high energy, like, creative as it is, and, like, You really don't need it.
Yeah. There's certain times.
It just feels good because we're already so high octane.
Yeah.
So when you have something that matches it, you're like, fuck, finally.
Yeah.
Something my speed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Something that's making my brain work fast as I want to fucking move. Like.
And here's the thing. I agree with you 100%. But for me, the only reason I even started trying it was because I was doing night shifts. Yeah. And I was working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And, bro, like, it was like I couldn't have a life outside of work because I had to have the energy to get through.
To get to work.
And get through it.
Yeah.
And you're driving a forklift. So you got people falling asleep on the forklift.
Dude, and I get it, man.
All types of shit. So I was like, what? I'm not going to do speed. I might as well try something that's actually, pharmaceutical. And my shorty actually put me onto it. And so it went from that to like, dang, man, I would microdose a fucking 20 milligram, but I'd cut it in 4s because my body wasn't used to it. So.
Right.
But it was like, I'd be calling my girl at like 3 a.m. Like, God damn,
what are you doing?
This shit is crazy. Yeah. What's going on? This is like a cleanser. It's like an upper and a, what do you call it? When you got to take it's like an upper and a laxative at the same time.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I was just like, this is the best.
And you gotta like see and trying to stay hydrated on that shit too.
Yes.
It just sucks all the water out of you.
You gotta drink a lot of water. Yeah. You gotta drink a lot of water. And this is not to advocate Adderall, kids. Do not do it.
Giving you a real experience.
But this is a real what's up with that life experience because people are going through it out there.
I know many people.
Yeah. People are going through it out there, man. But, all that to say, substance abuse is a real thing. And if you're ever having issues or trouble with it, make sure to talk to somebody, man. Don't keep it to yourself because there's sometimes that one conversation could deter you from life or death. And speaking on that, I want to say rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. Found out about 2 days ago that Rich Homie Quan passed away in his sleep while being at home.
Damn, I didn't know he was in his sleep.
Yeah, which is sad because I shouldn't even know that. The man just died.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, shit just gets out.
The rate of information traveling is rapid, bro. And my buddy, so I tell my buddy at work this, right? I'm like, yo, can you believe Rich Homie Quan just died? He's like, what? I was like, yeah, that's crazy, right?
You were the first one to tell me.
So he's like, no way. Gets on the internet. What the fuck? 10 minutes later, he sends me a link to the 911 call that his girlfriend made.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Yeah. It made my stomach like turn a little bit because I'm like, this is just not happening in real time. Like, people shouldn't be monetizing.
It's usually not out that quick.
No. Even toxology reports take 24 hours, dog. Like, it just kind of made me realize, like, the rate in which information travels is almost like obscenely fast. Like it shouldn't. And there's certain things I don't think should be public domain or knowledge, at least for like 48 to 72 hours.
I feel you. There's Joe Rogan was talking about how people like humans aren't meant to know this much stuff. Like we have a bandwidth, and like we shouldn't like have information this quickly and like have it this accessible because it's too much at once.
Yeah.
But to speak on that, like it's weird to see shit that fast sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm not asking for it either.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Is like who's doing this? It's weird. Like who is the creep that's like, gotta get this out so I can get my views. Like who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who's this article writer? Who is this like we all know press people are like kind of grimy and like paparazzi. Like.
But with the internet now, it's like you don't have to wait for a newspaper. Or you know what I mean? You don't have to. Remember the little magazines that would be at the checkout at the Kroger, and it would show like the tea of the celebrities. Yeah. Oh man, Arnold Schwarzenegger found out that he had sex with his maid, and now the maid is having a baby, and now he's the governor. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I didn't know that. I wasn't expecting it, but hey, it's at checkout. It's on front page. You know what I mean? Now it's like somebody's having relationship issues and they're slightly famous. It's going to be on the timeline. And I don't think it's fair to those people too, you know, because like, how can a person, nobody knows what the baby mom feels like, the kids feel like. He's got children, right, you know, like.
When X got shot, they had they had pictures of his body like in the sea like this.
Yeah. Damn, yeah, I remember that.
I mean, what the fuck? Like, who posted that shit? And I think TMZ even had that shit on their shit.
Yeah. They remember they almost got sued by Kobe's wife. Yeah. Because they were like, there was like a camera. There was I think it was either a police officer or somebody, but he was taking video of the crash site.
That's right. Yeah.
And it was like, fam, this just happened. Like, why are you videotaping this and now sending it out? Like, that's insane.
It's weird.
Yeah, and I think people are obsessed with that. Like, it's become an obsession. Yeah. For sure, you know. I don't know if it's just Americans.
It's almost compulsive. Like, you don't even think about it. You just do it. You just pull your phone out and start recording.
Yeah. Do you see a fight happening and break out? Guarantee you're going to see 3 cameras pop up.
Yeah.
It's like...
Somebody's...
Yeah. It's a weird compulsive... That is a compulsive disorder, for sure.
It's becoming one, right?
For sure. If not already is. Yeah. And, you know, and guys, we didn't have a layout for this pod at all today. This is really just free flow. Y'all know what we do, and you know why you're here. But at the end of the day, man, I had to come kick it with my boy Nick for a little bit, chop it up about what's going on. And
I do want your opinion, though, on Linkin Park. I asked Barry this when he was here, too. Linkin Park just came out, like, 2 days ago. And, you know, their singer, like, killed himself, Chester Bennington. And they haven't really done anything since then. Like, just came out, like, 2 days ago with a new singer, new music. And it's a female.
Oh.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I feel like I should be asking you that question.
I mean,
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Okay.
I think it's cool.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. It's cool, but she's not like I know y'all already heard this in the last pod, but like she hits the highs. She doesn't hit his lows.
Gotcha.
She's a female.
Yeah.
You know, so the register's there.
Yeah.
Because Chester was a pretty high singer anyway, but it's just weird because you have this really like iconic generational band. Like everyone who's like 30 grew up with this band, you know, and now they're like, we're back.
Yeah.
With a female singer. No.
All right. All right? Okay. Would it be different if it was a male vocalist versus a female vocalist? Like, would it still be received? Do you think? Because this is real time. I did not know that was happening. That's actually kind of crazy considering how long they were on hiatus for.
Well, there's never been another band I can think of that was like, okay, well, we're going to do a girl singer now. That's that big. I can't think. Like, I've seen people do, like, we had a white singer, now he's a black dude. I've seen that before. I've seen...
it's usually...
dude to dude or, like, style to style differently.
What's that band that they just had? They had a movie on Netflix, and they replaced one of the guitarists. Oh my God, it's killing me. I'm thinking about it right now.
I don't know.
Ozzy Osbourne was like their mentor in the movie, and in real time, it actually was like that. Motley Crue.
Yeah, Motley Crue. Okay.
So Motley Crue replaced, I believe it was their guitarist or one of the vocal / guitarist guys. And everybody hated them for it.
Yeah.
And they were like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, they like, people fall in love, I think, with the performers sometimes even more so than the music. Like, the music is good, but the performer, I love the way this person shreds, you know? And I think people, they hold on to that memory. They hold on to that moment or that person or that energy. And so when you try to introduce a new energy to it, sometimes it's not received as well. Right. Now, when you mix that dynamic with male and female, then you're taking on a whole another battle. Because then it's like, the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You got some guys that are just like, a woman shouldn't be running for all this. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Like, that social dynamic, which I think it's changed, dude. Like, social... male, female, the man's supposed to do this, the woman's supposed to do this, the man's supposed to do this, the woman's supposed to do this. That is gone. Like, that way of thinking is Stone Age in comparison to where we are now. And we're seeing it in politics, we're seeing it in news media, we're seeing it all across the board. You know what I'm saying? People are really saying, like, oh, he can do it, she can do it too. Like, it is what it is, you know? But when it comes to iconic, like, classic people, it's like, let me just live with what I loved versus you trying to remix it now.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm like, damn, I really like, because now it's going to be like, oh, well, I like the old Linkin Park.
Yeah.
that cliche.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love Linkin Park. Like, they're like top 3 favorite bands for me, right? Like, I grew up with them. That's like just a generational thing, I think. But anyway, I'm gonna go see them live eventually, and I'm interested because I've never seen Linkin Park anyway, so it's gonna be a fresh.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fresh experience for me anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna crack this open.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting because I've never seen another band go from male to female and be that big before.
I mean, on that level, like I had to really think about it, and I had to go all the way back to Motley Crue, and it wasn't even a sex change difference. It was just different dude. But if it's shit or hit, I don't know. I'd have to hear it first. Because if they're coming at it with like a whole, like, mind you, didn't Paramore have a female vocalist?
Yeah.
So naturally, like, fuck.
Think about that too, because like that's a high register to hit vocally.
Yeah.
You think about how like trying to sing a Paramore song. That's a pretty high key.
Unless you're skilled, like, I wouldn't do it.
And so like,
or at karaoke.
And that's kind of how Linkin Park was too. It's like I even asked Connor and the guys, I was like, "Y'all want to cover a Linkin Park song?" First thing Connor said was, "I can't sing that high."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Well, fuck, all right."
Makes sense.
So it makes sense for him to get a girl.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's being like, people are like, I don't know yet.
I mean,
I'll show you something.
like I said, bro, I think sometimes it's the idea behind it, right? Like, there's no doubt without Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, she's great.
And I love Gwen Stefani. Yeah. I would marry Gwen Stefani, bro. And it's like, it's one of those things where I would never want to see her get replaced. You know what I'm saying? And if they put a dude on there, I'm not listening to No Doubt. That's a doubt. That's just doubt.
That's not No Doubt.
Yeah, it's just no.
It's just no. That was good.
but yeah, it's hard to mess with the formula when the formula works. And I get it. People got to make their money. I always think about those artists that were rock stars in the 80s. Like, what are they doing now? Mm-hmm. And hopefully the checks haven't dried up, you know? Right. The people in the 90s and early 2000s, I think, still sign terrible record deals because that's industry standard. And who knows what they're doing now or how much their publishing is actually paying out.
Or if they even did like a re-sign, you know, they might be still in a deal from the, you know,
their first contract.
Yeah.
Before renegotiating because they were too busy touring and they didn't realize the accounting was fucked up. Mm-hmm. I had this joke that I think a lot at work by myself when I'm driving. And I was like, man, you know what would be a cool internet challenge? The accounting challenge. Where the artist is like, you know what? Fuck, they're doing a dance, dude. What the fuck does my accounting look like? Let's see how popular that hits for your next single, goddammit.
Break these numbers down.
Yeah, break this shit down in layman's terms. What's the percentage and how much am I getting off of this? Because you motherfuckers want me to do a dance challenge to make my single pop so that way my TikTok and my Instagram and my YouTube shorts
that's the thing now. Is like
generate revenue.
Yeah, if you're an artist now, you have to be an influencer.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
You have to be.
1,000%. And most artists are reclusive and introverted.
Yeah, they don't want to do all this shit.
No.
Yeah.
No. And then you're getting cameras held up to your face all the time. Now you're the one that has to do it. And then edit it or get an editor. And that's another business expense. Because they ain't editing their photos and videos, bro. Like, so, I don't know. It was just a funny thought. Because I have a dark sense of humor sometimes. But it's just weird to me.
I saw a video the other day of Trippie Redd's house. Dude lives in a $13 million mansion. Bought it for $7 million. And I got to thinking, how the fuck Trippie Redd got all this money?
That's the last single you remember.
What's the last fucking Trippie Redd song that like?
Okay. Dark Knight Gummo.
I'm a little biased to it because he did drop an album with MGK, and I thought it was a great album.
Oh, you listened to it?
They did a collab album. It was great.
Okay.
But it's like singularly, what have you done, Trippie? Like to get that house? I don't. And he's got one of the hardest chains.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. It's just where's those? It's not the streams, is it?
No, it's paper bag money. I'm gonna just be real with you, cause I know some things. So artists like that, they're so popping. People will pay them a stack. Like I'm talking about $250,000,
right?
Just to perform at a bar mitzvah. Now you're taking back in shit that the label has. They can't touch it.
Yeah.
So now you have that house was probably paid for by an advance, right? But you still got to keep up with the bills, the water, the electricity.
Dude, he's got it murdered out. He painted it all
black. What?
It's hard. And it's in Florida.
Really? Oh, no taxes.
You know that electric bill is wild.
No taxes though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people move to Florida because you could get.
That's why everyone's in Texas.
Yeah. But TXU is killing me. God.
Yeah, imagine that electric bill. He's got an all black house. It's gotta be so hot in that bitch. Like
stupid.
But it looks so cool.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of it's back end stuff, bro. Like. And it's interesting because artists like that, I don't even see promoted like anymore. The most recent thing that popped up with him is because Coyle Ray and him are back dating.
I saw that. Yeah,
and
that's like the most like world star thing I saw from him. You know.
So I I don't hate, even though I can have some hate, but in my opinion, I feel like in order to keep up the lifestyle that these dudes do for themselves, you got to get the backdoor money. You got to perform at a show maybe with 20 or 40 or 50 people in it that somebody's paying you, you know?
I think you're right, because I got to thinking about it and I actually Googled it. I was like, what's Trippie Redd's net worth? And it was like $5 million. I dug a little deeper into it and I was like, all right, this don't make sense. Your house is 7, you're worth 5. What's going on here?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And and then it takes you to a link. And it's got his business email, and then it says his speaking fee. So he's got $100,000 speaking fee. So he'll show up, come speak, probably smoke a blunt, do his trippy thing,
smoke a backwood,
and get out,
and just dip.
Yeah,
you know? I mean,
do that fucking 10 times a year.
Point another weird one.
Yeah,
Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi, his concerts are fucking insane.
Yeah,
insane, and he hasn't dropped. And in my opinion, he's been more a feature artist lately than he is a mainstay, right? But remember what he did to Aiden Ross? Got that boy for like what? How many million?
Yeah,
he's supposed to get more, but then he did. Yeah. That interview was supposed to be like an hour-long stream. He came in with the Undertaker mask, and then Aiden gave him a bag of money. He said, "Thank you." He's like, Hank, you could just tell the people, Trippie, you know, thank y'all. Yeah. Lit. Peace.
No.
So then he leaves. And this is all happening on the stream. And then everybody called him. Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat.
I miss this. This is hilarious.
21 Savage. Because 21 Savage he had on like a couple of days prior to that stream. Yeah. And they were playing video games and betting for money. And they were playing 2K and they were doing other shit and trying to bet for money because, you know, I guess Aiden Ross is a big money baller. I don't know how he gets it, who he's connected to. He was at the Trump rally. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Trump on stream. Like it shit was crazy. So these guys, yes. I don't know when the last time Trippie had a live show that was garnered, or a freaking tour even, like a real tour, or even a single. But that back end money, that backdoor money, bro, is how a lot of these dudes actually survive and keep up with their lifestyle, because you have to keep the image up. Otherwise, people think you really fell off. You know.
It just trips me out. It's just because like once you get to that level, then you can just be like, yeah, I'm charging this much now.
Just to breathe in the same room.
Yeah.
Like.
And another thing I was thinking about when you're saying that is isn't it crazy how like just these bedroom streamers have the fucking president on their goddamn platform? This bedroom streamer. Now, obviously, they're not in a bedroom. They're in a nice like house and a.
Bro, Kai Cenat was in a U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
Ice Spice was twerking in a U-Haul truck.
Kai Cenat.
What?
He built his set in a U-Haul truck?
No. He got... All right, so basically, AMP, they have their own house. It's like a whole content creation house. Yeah. So supposedly, Kai was moving and getting out of that house because it's just too crazy. So in the process of moving, he's just living in an apartment. Like, he's not... You know what I'm saying? So... I guess he wanted to do something, and I think he was in New York at the time. So he just set up he bought a U-Haul truck. He put a couple of posters up in that bitch and hung up some shit. And then he had the lighting set up and everything and was just streaming in the truck. And he invited Ice Spice to that motherfucker, which is a whole nother conversation because she's insane. But I was just like, fam, like you said, it's insane how a person in their bedroom that could be sitting looking at the camera, for whatever reason, be compelling or entertaining to listen to and watch. And he's more antic driven. Guys, I don't talk about shit, bro, at all. He's very much so.
What?
Yeah. No. Yeah. What? Like, bro be in the chat doing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Doing all types of shit, just wilding out, like, having all types of like gear on, and it's antics. It's funny. Yeah. But I don't know how people sit there for hours and do that shit, bro.
Dude, I can get through about 10 minutes of his stream, and then I'm just like, stop yelling at me.
Yeah.
Stop yelling at me.
Yeah. Quit yelling at me. Quit yelling at Nick 555448.
Right.
777.
At What's Up With That says, stop yelling.
But it's interesting, bro, because I never would have thought in all my day that would become the new media.
Dude, when I saw him shut down that block in New York a couple years ago.
Yeah, in Union Square.
I was like, whoa, okay, this shit's real. Like, he's like a real thing to, like, recognize, Like,
yeah,
he's a real fucking player.
Yeah, he's streaming Michael Jackson.
Basically.
I mean, dude, where that is, all right, Union Square in Manhattan is like lower Times Square. That's like, in terms of the amount of traffic that goes through there,
okay,
it's a very, very busy intersection all times of the day.
Yeah.
So people were pissed in New York.
No, he fucked shit up, yeah.
People were pissed. Yeah. Like, you're doing this in the middle of the day. Motherfuckers have to go either from work or to work. And now you got thousands of freaking weird weird people / just kids.
Just zombieing the whole place.
And with New York, it's very hive-minded.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can put it. It's very hive-minded. If 20 people are running this direction and then 40 people see those 20 people running that direction, I guarantee you at least 30 of those 40 people are going in the same direction because they want to see why they're running that way.
Yeah.
And then with the internet moving so fast, he did that. It was for a PS5, bro. For PS5s.
Yeah. I remember.
I'm at work looking at the shit like, what? I had to scream out, oh my God, in Union, oh no, he getting arrested. But then he did a whole spin-off series on Kai Cenat being in jail.
Yeah. With NLE, right? Yeah.
He had NLE, he had Drewski, he had Tiana Trump.
Yeah, he had that
legend. Yeah, yo. And then I think Offset was supposed to be in there at one point in time because they did a whole movie trailer for it. And I was just like, this is what media is different.
That's when I realized, I was like, damn, these guys are really taking this shit like seriously and like not like.
He had Nicki Minaj on the stream.
Genuinely like changing how like media is consumed. From not being on like TV anymore, not having to worry about their own like pitching it anywhere. They don't have to pitch to anybody. They just do what the fuck they want and put it out. Like, that's changing everything. Like changing. And what I mean is, like, they're not just changing, like, they're changing, like, the Hollywood side of it, is what I'm saying. Like, soon they're going to start looking to them going, hey, what are y'all doing? Because y'all are getting, like, real numbers over here.
And nobody's going to the movies.
This. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
The biggest box office hit we've had is Wolverine and Deadpool. And before that, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They were talking about that. There was some Hollywood execs saying we're doing it wrong. Like, we're not making movies for the demographic that are actually watching a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, because they will watch. They'll watch a 3-hour stream if it's...
Some movies ain't even 3 hours no longer, you know? So I think you're right. I think there's going to be a shift where, like, the independent producers and independent content creators are going to be bigger than the A-list actors. And imagine how they feel about that. Oh, yeah. Because it's like now, oh my God, I wish I could get this image out of my head. You know who Tay Diggs is? Yeah. He was on TikTok doing a dance challenge. Like, and he looked weird. He was drunk.
Okay.
But he's literally like on TikTok, walks up to the camera, song plays, hitting it like he was like in shape. And I'm like, this is Tay fucking Diggs, bro. Like, Tay Diggs, you're not even supposed to be doing that. Yeah. Like, your kids are supposed to be doing that if you have any. But that's weird, like, seeing them try to keep up with the kids and what the kids are doing, and I can't even do it, bro. Like, I feel awkward just dancing just now, but I had to show you how weird it looked, you know what I mean? And now imagine, because they're probably getting incentivized by their agents, by the people that their managers.
Of course, that's what it is.
Hey, man, exposure is everything. You got to be the content. Yeah. Do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you are the content.
Yes. But I'm just like, no, like, I don't want to see him do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
there's other ways to do it.
I would rather do a Blue Chew ad before I did a TikTok reel.
Dude, I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
At least I know I'm getting paid and I'm getting seen. Goddamn it! Laugh all you want. I'm laughing to the bank.
I'm not doing no TikTok dance, man. I ain't been with that shit since the app was called Musical.ly.
Remember that?
I'm not into that shit, dude. Like, when it was called Musical.ly and everyone was doing all their fucking on the phone back.
Yep. Zooming in, zooming out.
Yeah, we remember. Yeah, we ain't forgot.
I remember that one too.
Yeah.
Wiz was doing that shit.
Everybody was doing it.
And I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's where this all started.
People are mouthing over their lyrics of the song that...
I thought it was weird then. I still think it's weird now. It's a trip, dude.
Yeah, my girl, she... I'll always shit on that aspect because I'm like, yo, why the fuck would I learn a dance that's viral, that looks goofy as hell? And she was like, I mean, it looks fun. And I was like, no, it doesn't. That guy you see with his girlfriend, he's not having fun. Look at his face.
He's miserable.
Look at it. This motherfucker's in the camera.
You're making me do this bullshit.
I see the soul leaving his body because he doesn't believe in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, his girlfriend's totally into it. She had the idea. He just has to do it because he wants to have sex that night. That's the only...
Trying to be supportive.
That's the only... He probably doesn't even want to get tagged in that shit. But they know it because everything's connected. Oh my God. So I was like, yo... So she sends me a Instagram reel. And it's this guy and his girlfriend. And the girl is like a militant, like, she's really, really tough on him. And she's like, do that motherfucking dance. She's like, okay. And I was dying. I'm like, yo, some of us just get controlled by that motherfucking vagina, boy. But I'm telling you, it's not worth it, man. Because there's certain people, bro, I don't know about you, but I hate overexposure, especially in my personal life. And I get it. Some people monetize off of it. It's a big thing. You know, people love to see couples, right? The single. Have you heard like everybody that's single being like being single sucks. Being single sucks. It was just a hot girl summer 2 years ago though. Now being single sucks. Now I want to have a TikTok with my mate. What? Like, nah, man. Like, no.
I'm not doing the singy, dancey shit, man. I've never been for it. It's just, it seems just weird to me. I don't know. I genuinely think we can do something better.
So if you ever show up on my fucking timeline doing that, I'm roasting you, bro.
Please do. I remember Adam 22. He started doing all that dancey bullshit, and he was like, "Fuck it, y'all just fucking roast me. I gotta get the views."
That sounds like prison, bro.
You know he's the king of the douchery, like.
Did you see his freestyle?
Whatever for the views. He's the king of that, right?
Did you see his freestyle?
I don't care to.
Oh my god! I wish I did it.
I don't care to. I haven't had any interest in Adam 22 since.
Yeah.
God, fucking years, dude.
It's a dub.
Yeah.
It's a dub. I'm gonna just call it like it is, man. Back when No Jumper was cool, I would say 2013, 2014. Maybe it was around that time. It might have been a little later. He did an XXX Tentacion interview. He did an Xavier Wolf interview.
That's when it was
Shoreline Mafia.
Yeah.
That was like the peak. And it was just kind of coming off the rails, you know? And
well, because it still felt grimy. It still felt underground then.
Yeah, underground, but like the dogs of the underground, you know? And I was like, damn, these are really cool interviews. And then shit started popping off. Then you start beefing with people. Then people start showing up and tearing up the store. And it became the whole thing. And I remember passing by. Did I ever tell you I met them? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. This is a good story. I'm in LA. I just got out there maybe a month before this all happened. And I was just couch surfing. Literally, like, I got a job on Melrose in Fairfax. My buddy was working at, he was a manager there.
Yeah, you're right down the street from the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I could skate to work every day because he lived right up the street from that area. Yeah. So literally, I'm skating every day, passing by, No Jumper, passing by, all that shit. And I found, you know, there's a lot of parties in LA, right? So everybody goes to the same parties. So my buddy invites me to this party. A lot of people that are kind of in the scene are there. And then I'm outside and I'm like, oh, this kind of looks whack, dude. Like, but we pulled up in a slingshot. So we're hot shit outside, right? Fucking two dudes in a slingshot. How much more gay can you get? But anyways, we pull up in a slingshot, skateboards in the front because there's no back seat. And then we get out the car. Guess who's standing outside? Adam fucking 22.
Oh, shit.
Guess who he's standing next to? And this is what's going to fuck you up. Anthony Fantano.
Oh, shit. Wow.
That dude is 6'4" or some shit. Like, he's just a weird looking tall dude. Dork. Anthony Fantano. Internet's busiest music nerd. Standing right in front of me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo. Like, I know you. He's like, what? And I'm like, bro, you're Anthony Fantano, bro. Like, what's good? And he's like, oh, shit, what's up, man? Comes up. We talk. And then Adam's standing right there. This is back when he had the Baldy. Yeah, right. And he had the Lisa Simpson on the side. Yeah. You know, so I'm like, holy shit. Like, you guys, like, that's crazy. Like, I'm meeting y'all right here. And he's like, I know, it's crazy, right? He's like, the gatekeepers of the hip-hop industry. Two regular-ass white dudes. And, you know, Anthony said that shit, and I was dying laughing, bro. Like, oh my God. He's like, isn't that fucked up? And I was like, that is fucked up. But it's fucking, it makes sense. And so Anthony was like, oh, you're a cool dude, man. He pulls out his phone, takes a selfie with us. And I was like, damn, I wish I had that fucking photo, seriously, bro. Because that's legendary. Even as much hate as that dude gets, I'm still subscribed to his channel because old Anthony Fantano, he used to break down albums, not just give them a number. Like, he used to actually go song through song and like say, oh yeah, this song sampled this and this song sampled that. And he was kind of like Nardwardy when it came to his album breakdowns before it kind of just became, this is what I don't like, this is what's good, and this is the number. It's a strong 7. But in that moment, I realized how close in proximity we are to everybody that we could potentially want to meet or
especially
to change our lives.
Specific location.
Yeah, Yeah.
Melrose and Fairfax.
Yeah.
You're in the hub of it.
Yeah.
That's where everybody is in LA.
But what's weird about that little section, it's so small, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a couple strips, and then you got the Paramount Theater. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple of strips, and then you got the beach. Like, it's really small. And then I skated in the hills one time because it's scary. The roads are like this.
Oh shit.
Yes, bro. Once you get like closer,
That's how San Francisco was.
dog.
It's straight up like.
And there's mad blind
I
spots.
remember looking at the houses in San Francisco, being like, "How the fuck is that even built right there?"
Mm-hmm.
It's on a fucking hill like this.
Yeah.
It's totally straight.
Mm-hmm.
All the cars are parked like a little angled, you know. It's a trip.
It's weird, but I almost killed myself skating on those hills.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Like I had to speed correct myself mad times, and then just like burn the shit out of my rubbers, soles, and it was bad. But I don't even know why I brought up that whole Anthony Fantano story. But long story short, LA is weird like that. Like when it comes to meeting people and certain people of certain stature that people pay to sit next to, right? You could just run into them. And with the whole Adam 22 thing, because now everybody's beefing, right? That's how you get your streams up. People are doing fake beefs and doing like fake. I'm rapping at you about this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And some people are doing it as spoofs, but some people are like legit, like saying like, nah, that shit sucks. Like this shit is trash. And I don't know, man. Like you said, back to the whole TikTok dance thing. I think we could do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can make riveting content still, and it doesn't have to be for the moment, for today, gone tomorrow type shit.
Yeah, I'm way more into the quality over quantity thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that TikTok to me is just it's a quantity farm.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your views, you're gonna get your traffic,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not gonna get there's no substance there. So you just got a bunch of nothing.
And in your opinion, do you think when it comes to views and traffic, that actually leads to engagement, like real engagement? Like,
Good question.
like you got 500,000 views,
Yeah.
20,000 comments, 3 website clicks.
Yeah. That's probably a real statistic. That's probably really how it goes. Unless you got some hot shit product. And I think that's why a lot of these YouTubers end up selling some kind of product.
Or they become affiliate marketers.
Yeah, and like shout out Ryan Trahan. He's a YouTuber. He's got his own candy now. We were just at Target earlier, and Mr. Beast has got his own toys now.
Really?
Yeah. So, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Mr. Beast has his own toys? That's crazy.
yeah, dude. There's a whole YouTube aisle from YouTubers.
What?
Dude, you been to the toy aisle lately?
No.
There's a YouTube aisle.
Oh, that's weird.
YouTube is of the kids now.
Oh, that's weird.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that little thing I showed you was a Lanky Box. Lanky Box is a huge YouTube channel. And that's one of their merch things. Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all tune into the Linky Box breakdown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The breakdown. Young River about to pull up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Shows you how much I go to that section.
Saying all that to say, we gotta get some fucking merch.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk to Jabba about getting them boards made.
Okay. That'd be good.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe by the end of the year, maybe first of the year, depending on, because holidays are coming up, and Christmas and shit. But I don't know. We'll see how money goes, but I really want to do that with him.
Yeah. I've been planning on getting a Cricut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Make your own shit.
Why not? And even just for us too, like, because there's certain ones that are good for garments, right? So it's
You
like
can make stickers with that too, right? Oh, bet. Yeah, game on.
stickers right on top of the cup.
Yeah.
So my girl actually put one of the "What's up with that" stickers on her.
Really?
What's that fucking canteen that everybody has?
Stanley?
The Stanley.
Yeah.
Put that shit right around the Stanley. I'm like, shout outs to you, keeping the brand going.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, more merch, more shows, more music, more guests. And man, there's certain things I won't talk about that we got in the works right now that it's gonna be real special. But Those skateboards, bro. You don't know how badly I want one now.
I do too. I genuinely just want one for the wall, just for the history of it. Just be like, yeah, this is back when we did What's Up With That.
Yeah.
Genuinely, all I want. I'm not even gonna skate it. Like,
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't touch it.
You know, we'll have a stack of them, so I'll probably eventually skate one. But I don't know.
Yeah. Jabba's been killing it too lately.
Dude,
his content has been like going up. Shout outs to you, my boy. He's been going crazy with the content.
He's really a content creator. Jabba the Creator.
Yeah.
I didn't really know much of him, and I feel like I learned more about him after the podcast.
Oh no, for sure. He's out there too. Yeah. Like I didn't realize it until like after we kicked it, because when we kicked it in here, he was kind of just chill, humble, regular.
Himself, he didn't really wasn't
extroverted like that.
He wasn't real braggadocious about anything.
Which is cool.
Yeah, and I respect that.
But I mean, for his age, bro, and combined with like what he's into and what he's doing, I'm like, oh, he's gonna be one of those ones. Mm-hmm. Especially, he seems like he's straight.
When he told me how much he was spending on those events he's putting on up there at 24 years old. Yeah. You know how to finance that money. Yeah, dude, you'll be all right.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. It always makes me feel like I could be doing more when I see, and it's not even in a bad way. It's like, all right. If this cat is doing that, granted, nobody knows what his life is like.
No, it's inspirational for sure.
But it's really fucking inspirational and motivational. And that's why I love this pod, man. To meet the different walks of life that are doing dope shit out there, that are just themselves. They're not posturing. They're not trying to be something that they're not.
He was just himself. He's just who he is who he is.
And he's fucking smart, like really smart. So y'all started breaking down all types of shit, and I'm just there, just like, a word. That's what's up. But yeah, man, this has been a solid pod, bro. I also want to say, rest in peace to the 4 civilians that were in that tragic school shooting in Georgia. I really, really hope that the gun violence at some point please comes to an end.
I was having a conversation.
It's really sad.
It's wild. It's really insane. I was having a conversation at work the other day, like, when is enough?
Yeah.
Like, basically, is what this whole main idea of what I was saying. Like, when it was like, when do people like collectively go, okay, fuck this.
Right.
I'm done with this. Like, I don't fuck with this anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a revolution? Is that what starts like civil wars and shit? Like, I'm not trying to go on a whole other 30-minute tangent here.
No, you're good, man. But I just didn't want to. There's been so much shit that happened. We lost a lot of iconic figures. Fat Man Scoop just died. Like, mad shit just happened in the last couple of weeks, and that's why I really wanted to pod last week.
About Fat Man.
Yeah, bro. Fat Man. What? Oh, we have different timelines, brother. Fat Man Scoop died while he was performing on stage. He collapsed.
How did this not come across my feed? Wait, what?
That's crazy. Yeah.
He collapsed on stage.
He collapsed on stage. They rushed him to the hospital. He was pronounced dead.
Heart attack?
I don't know. I didn't even look too deep into it because I didn't want to. I was just, that is just Fat Man Scoop. You know what I'm saying? And it was like within the same week, another motherfucker died. Like, it was, and then the school shooting happened. Like, it was weird. So.
They say it happens in threes.
But the dog, though, Fat Man Scoop, like, there was a whole Fat Man Scoop set on a podcast that I listened to. I was like, damn, he had hits, and that was when we were kids. So it resonates deeper, you know what I mean? I think a lot of kids of this generation don't really know who he is or what he did. Some of them do, probably, but most don't. Probably not. But, dog, like, for an icon like that to pass, and that was right after Beat King just died.
Yeah, Beat King.
And I wasn't familiar with his catalog like that.
He's a Dallas club legend.
Yeah, big club legend. I didn't realize it. But people in New York was talking about it like, yo, Beat King, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm in Texas. I don't even know who that is because I don't go to clubs like that. So, but when I heard his music, I was like, oh, this is crazy. That guy? This is... It's sad, man. But yeah, rest in peace to the legend. Fat Man Scoop. He passed doing what he loved. And I wouldn't think of it any other way in terms of like how I want to go out or when my last day is, you know. I would want to be doing some raw, iconic shit too, personally.
I mean,
personally.
That wouldn't be the worst way to go out, I guess.
I hate hospitals. I don't want to die in a hospital bed, bro.
Dude, I'm right there with you.
Fuck that.
Don't let me die in a hospital. Like, please don't. Like, please don't.
Yeah, word. Fuck that. Let me tell you this. Eye to eye, mano a mano. Never. Never.
Dude, I'm so anxious in hospitals, dude.
Dog. When I woke up in the hospital bed after a coma, and my shit was fucked up because I had a tube down my throat giving me life support, I was like, never again. Never again. Yeah. Never again. And I still do some stupid shit here and there that could land me in the hospital, but I guarantee you, that ain't gonna be the shit. That's not the last place I'm gonna see, bro. Yeah, no. You're not gonna hear the beep, beep. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. You better wheel me out that bitch. I'll be on like a surfboard. Just wheel me out that bitch. Yo, get some construction boxes. Act like you the mailman. Put on the UPS uniform. Got special delivery. Crank my ass up and wheel me out that bitch. Because I'm not going out no other way. Goddamn. No other way.
Dude, yeah, I couldn't imagine a worse place for that.
Yeah.
So many people.
Fuck that, bro. But life is precious, man. Life is precious. It's a series of moments, and we all have different moments to live it, different moments to experience it. Just make sure you're doing it properly and enjoying yourself, because you just never know, you know. You never know. And I hate to end the podcast on a morbid note, so I want to ask you 1 to 2 questions, and then we're going to get up out of here.
Let's do it.
All right? So, let's get back to music. Music-wise, is there any albums or any artists that you know of that you've been paying attention to that you would say, like, okay, I can't wait for them to drop this album, or I can't wait for this next project? Because have you noticed that music promotion is kind of slowed down, like, in terms of like, oh, this artist is dropping then, and this art, you know what I mean? It's like they'll drop the promotion, and then in a week it'll be out.
Yeah, there's no slow roll anymore. It's just boom.
Yeah,
here it is.
It's in your face.
Yeah. I think obviously I'm biased. I'm waiting on Connor to put out his album.
Okay.
I played a couple songs on there.
Didn't he just drop a single?
He did.
Nice.
Yeah, he dropped a single, Fatal Attraction. That's how y'all can stream that everywhere. I think he just dropped a song today too.
For real?
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of promo lately.
Yeah, he's been trying to get into that marketing. But so obviously Connor. But damn, like new music.
I mean, it's okay if you don't know. I just found out Lil Wayne might be dropping another album.
Saw that. He's working on the Carter 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Wayne.
Wayne?
Yeah. That's a good one. I think that's a good one because I genuinely want to hear that.
I think Wayne has been rapping. I think Wayne has been rapping pretty top tier when it comes to the features he's
lately
been on.
Like the past 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, yes. He's back to like mixtape Wayne.
Yeah,
he's
between the shit he did with Corday, even the shit he did with Tyler on his last album. I was like, he has a song on Call Me If You Get Lost called Hot Wind Blows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Wayne's verse on that shit is fucking phenomenal. And I was talking to my boy at work about it, and I was like, man, it's crazy how Wayne's albums haven't really hit like that in the past couple of years, but his features are like, whoa. So that's one artist I'm looking forward to hearing.
Oh, no doubt. He's been one of those artists that can just feature and solo and have them be equally good.
Yeah.
You know?
And then now he's doing a festival.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's in New Orleans. He's doing a festival, and he's having like the Hot Boys and
way.
Yeah, all the like a little reunion. It's interesting.
100,000 on me, bling bling. That shit. Lil Wayne invented bling bling, right?
Literally, and he should. If he coined it, he wouldn't be rapping right now,
right?
At all. You wouldn't catch me on the stage. Mike, I made blink blink. That bitch ain't all blink.
Oh, God.
Man, and lastly, I guess I would say, even though personally, I haven't really liked the way the songs and projects have been rolling out. I am interested to see what Rocky drops on his next album.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be called Don't Be Dumb.
Dude, that video, though.
And yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, the way it was shot was crazy, right?
Yo.
Taylor Swift?
That video is wild.
Yes.
I had to watch it like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it was one of the most beautiful one-shots.
Yeah.
Of like mad one-shots, just continuously.
I love all the AI in it. It's
with the car going over him.
It's so sick. It's so dope. Like if I could like make a video, like that's how I'd want to make a video, you know? Because like it's like every like dream like you could think of, like just thrown into one, like every dream scenario, just weird shit going on.
Mad chaos.
Yeah,
but it was cool. I think
it was cool.
He's a director, bro. Like he's been directing his music videos since like Peso. So I think him being so artsy, he gets away from like the bars and the lyrics and all that, and it's more so just like flair. Yeah. Like, you know, he's the Michael Bay of rap.
Okay. When
it comes to like videos being obscene.
Okay. Yeah.
Not much good writing in the story, but there's gonna be some explosions.
Yeah.
You know, people love explosions.
Yeah. Everybody likes a good boom.
Yeah, you take the beats out and there's just lyrics. It's like, the fuck am I listening to? You know? But I'm interested to see what that sounds like and looks like. I hope he doesn't make the whole thing about Drake, because I think nobody's gonna give a fuck in a year. But those two, I mean, I'm sure there's others out there that I'm not thinking of right now, but those two are ones that I'm very interested in checking out, man. And who knows? Hopefully, it's going to be a great fourth quarter for the industry, because we're entering the fourth quarter now, and all the biggest artists from record labels, they drop in the fourth quarter. It ends the year off.
Yeah, that is true, because all the shows kind of get busy around this time too.
Yeah, and then it dries up.
Yeah,
we're like the record industry. They get the check at the beginning of the year. They roll out their little guys in the beginning, bigger guys in the middle towards the end, and then all of the streams and the revenue that is made off of the guys that are fucking how can I put it? All right, Black Friday. Perfect example. Yeah. Black Friday boosts the economy because it's the end of the year. Now you have all the money that nobody makes in January and February getting carried by November and December. Same thing with the record industry.
Yeah.
You know, the big guys carry everybody else up until like the summer, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, man. So it's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be, I think, a lot with it being an election year. It's going to be really telling to see how like shit shapes out in the economy and in the world, because there's a lot of shit going on that I don't even want to talk about.
Oh, you made me think of this.
Okay.
So thinking about getting a studio spot, because long story short, we need a new studio spot.
Okay.
Thinking about moving the podcast into like a studio.
I knew you was going to do this.
Yeah. And like
I already just could see it happening. Continue.
Yeah, so I think that's the next wave.
Okay.
I think we're gonna probably move this out of here and have our own like spot to go to, and jam spot / pod spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be hard.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be sick?
Dog, what?
Yeah.
I think
I was talking to Connor about it a little bit and Barry a little bit today, and we're looking.
Yeah. We'll discuss the logistics off pod.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro.
I just think it makes sense.
With the direction that the pod is going in, it does. Because it's a controlled environment. You ain't got to worry about the neighbor's car alarm going off and pissing people off.
Yeah, we already know. Cicadas.
Yes. The cicadas. Combined with bigger guests.
Yeah.
You know,
having a spot to bring them rather than my spare room.
Yeah.
You know?
That. And then, bro, there's certain pods I wouldn't even mind to have certain guests come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to catch up with them on it and then see where people have gone. Like, because the pod is elevated. Yeah. We've elevated the screen, y'all. Y'all can see it. It's way brighter in here. You know what I'm saying? Nick is damn near matching with his blonde hair right now. That motherfucker, you look like a Super Saiyan right now.
Trying to go Super Saiyan.
But elevation's always a good thing, man. And I think that's the right direction.
And it'd just be a spot to come record, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And if you can do like jam sessions too,
that's what I'm saying. Like we're gonna have the band in there,
fire.
Leave all our stuff there.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's one hub.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I dig that.
Yeah, that was kind of a just happened yesterday kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you more about it. But
yeah.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I think this is like Ep.61 or something now. It's been a wild ride. I really appreciate everybody tuning in and everyone. Y'all be real nice.
Peace.
Later.
Yeah, you're gonna die. It's a matter of time. Ain't the question. The question is whether they're gonna have a good story to tell about you when you're gone. Don't be a bitch. Let's go.